Well, hello there. It is Tuesday night live. Uh, Keely Schmidt here, independent Norwex consultant. Um, and I'm in my bathroom. So if you've been around for a while, you might know or might uh, recognize if you see this before the description that I'm in my bathroom and probably going to talk about skincare, which never in a million years did I think I would ever be talking about skincare. Like, I would have said over my freaking dead body. Like, so not me. I so don't give a crap. Truly. Um, and because for one, never wanted to spend the time. For two, when I did try things, they never worked. I never noticed a difference. I've shared on here, my dermatologist even gave me stuff for my jawline because I would wake up scratching, like from when I turned 40, I swear, started having all the more fuller changes. I was in perimenopause in my 30s, so none of it worked. So I definitely wasn't going to spend any money on it if it didn't work. Um, and I just also just thought, I'm not going to sit and talk about skincare. Well, here I am eating my words. So this is I'm going to show you. So this is what I have noticed the most in terms of like improvement. When I look at my skin now, my lines are not quite as pronounced. When I'm talking, of course they are, and I'm smiling. And up here is not quite as pronounced as it is in my before pictures. I have to do some updated pictures because I do see a difference, and it is important to take pictures before you start any product, whether it's Norwex or some other product, because we often think we don't notice any difference, and there might be changes. And then I also can see it in my, like the wrinkles, or the, lines that I have going on in my forehead. And I have to also go back and look at the dates on there because I did not, when I printed this, I was like not paying as much attention. And like, look at this lady. I mean, this is just 1 month's worth. And I also don't use it as regularly as I would like to be using it. I'm still working on getting in a better habit of it. So that I will get to see results that are more like these ladies here. But I can definitely tell a brightening. I've had more people comment on my skin in the last 6 months or a year than I ever have had. I've never had somebody comment on my skin until I started using the Norwex products. And this one here, I think, is also, this was after just a month, and it's the redness. And this is the Detox and Restore, which kind of pulls out the toxins at night. And then this one is like amazing. Granted, this is after 4 years, but this woman, check out the bags there in her eyes at age 48. And this was even with some touch up on her. She had a professional photo. And this is now 52. Like, can you see just the bags, even that difference? Not to mention, I mean, it's brighter. Granted, you could chalk some of that up to, lighting, but like that is a huge difference to me. I'm just like in awe. And I know this woman. She does a lot of our videos for Norwex. So, and I've gotten to meet her in person. She's a real person. Like, wow. So, and right now we are having a skincare sale. We have certain products that are up to 25% off. And so I thought I would share about those because I've often done some of the, from the skincare line, but not some of like the serums, like the Bakuchiol, which is a retinol, a natural-based. Bakuchiol is a plant-based retinol alternative. Retinol is really hard on your skin, and it can have a lot of side effects. And so our Bakuchiol will help with fine lines, wrinkles, and then our vitamin C capsules help with brightening and evening things out. And they just come in these pre-measured, so you don't even have to, like figure anything out. These fabulous pre-measured little capsules, and that makes it easy, morning and night. And I added it on to my other skincare things. So, and I last 2 weeks ago, I said I would show how the makeup removing cloth could be used without those disposable makeup removing cloths. So I thought I would show that also because I have some makeup on tonight, and I don't normally during the week. I usually only have it on in the weekends. I'll wear it sometimes, but these are our makeup removal, not skin removal. We don't want to do that. Our makeup removal cloths. These are the new ones. They are so soft and luxurious, and you can stop using all of those single-use makeup removing products that have chemicals in it, and then they also are not good for the planet to be doing all of those things that you're putting in the garbage. Plus you save money. Like, who doesn't want to save money right now? I know we need to save money. I've been spending way too much money. So I just wetted this makeup removing cloth down, and I'm going to show you. It feels like I didn't get it very wet. So I wanted to show you how well it works. It's new. I didn't want to get it dirty because that's me. I always want my cloths to stay nice. But I know I can wash them with my Powerzyme laundry detergent or my UPP. I'll just do half my face first so you can see. I mean, comes off, and it will take off my mascara, whether it's my waterproof mascara, my mascara that's not waterproof, or I have one that has extension, like those fibers in it. It works on that too. And these cloths are just, I mean, they're so soft on our faces, and we're not supposed to, be pulling on our, and rubbing too hard. And so I try not to do that because obviously I don't want to be getting more wrinkles sooner than granted I'm already getting them, but I don't want to be making them worse. So it takes off the makeup, the mascara, my eyebrow, my eye, because I was one of those tweezers. So my eyebrows are awfully thin. I'm sure I will probably be drawing them on the rest of my life. They'll never grow back in because I've plucked the heck out of them. My daughter has beautiful eyebrows. Luckily, she was not ever a plucker. She was, born later. So obviously, gosh, some of the smart things I say, right? Jeez Louise. I know. No Vanna White, and I'm definitely not the smartest bulb on the Christmas tree, stating some of the obvious. But so I started using our skincare after we heard 31 was going to close because it was on sale. And I thought, well, if I'm going to lean into, trying Norwex more, I guess I should give this a try. And I showed it to Corey Amesbury, who's in this group, and she was like, why would I need to use that? And I'm like, you don't need to use that. I'm just showing it to you because she was a Norwex fan too. And I had always just used my body and face cloth and my makeup removers and water. And so I too didn't use any of the other stuff. And she's like, I only need my cloth, so don't talk to me about that. And I was like, okay, that's what we'll do. I won't talk to you about that. Well, she joined, and she now too is a huge fan because it makes your skin feel so much different. I feel like my skin that's the thing I noticed first, is how soft my skin felt. Instead of like sandpaper. My mother would always tell me my skin felt like sandpaper, which was lovely of her, right? I'm not going to do the cleanser right now. That one is not on sale. It is fabulous. It's a powder cleanser. Love it. It's the first cleanser in my entire life that didn't dry my skin out. And it goes in and deep cleans your pores. So it does, remove things. I use that probably 3 times a week. And usually I do it on nights that I'm, or days I wear makeup, but not today because I don't want to have a super long video. I don't want people to think that this takes this long because really I can do my whole skincare thing in 2, maybe 3 minutes at the most. It really, nighttime is even shorter. I'm going to take this is the Bakuchiol. and you just twist off the top. And some people put it on their hand first. I always think I don't want it on my fingers, where it might soak into my fingers. I want it all on my precious lines and, you know, base, so that I'm getting all the good stuff out. These actually, the capsules are biodegradable. They are made of like red algae and stuff. Some people put them into a little container and mix it with water, and it like makes great plant food for their plants, and then they put it in. So then I just gently put it in where I have most lines. I try to get a nice amount up here because I have more lines up here, and these, I'm getting jowls. Pretty soon I'm going to look like my mother. Hopefully this will help me not look like my mother. I was not a fan of my mother, so some people might not, you know, that might not mind that. My mother and I, not cool. So the Bakuchiol, fine lines, nighttime, helps also with wrinkles. The other, so then the Renewing Eye Cream, this one is not on the sale, but because I do use this, I try to use this for the bags that I have going and the wrinkles. I'm going to still use this. And I was going to tell, so if anybody decides they want to give this a try and wants to purchase like the serum things and then a essential kit, so you have the makeup, I will get you some makeup removal cloths. So if you buy the serum set on the sale and then get the essential set to start, that'll be my gift to you, on top of the fact that if you buy one thing off the sale, you actually get the Rejuvenating Serum travel size. This is $39.99 value. You can get this for free. So then the Rejuvenating Serum. So this is my favorite of all the things. It feels the best on my skin. I feel like it's done the most and I use it the most. So I do a full, and this, you know, I try to just press in instead of rubbing in, because with serums, it's a thicker, you know, and we don't want to be pulling too much. Although I'm going to do a spa night, and a class and show some gua sha techniques about like the fluid, because I'm learning so freaking much. I had no freaking clue. I feel kind of like yeah, you know, sometimes I tend to not be a judgy person. I tend to be somebody who doesn't judge like anything, because I always was like, I always thought nobody liked me or anything, so I didn't, you know, I would be the last person to judge. But with skincare stuff, I just really truly thought, what is the freaking point? So if any of you tried to share skincare with me and I was like rude, I apologize. Here I am. So in the winter, I still use a little bit of the moisturizer, hydrating moisturizer. The serum that I just shared, that is also on the sale. This is the hydrating moisturizer, very light. This one can be used for teens, tweens. The cleanser can too. Great for those teens and tweens that are into skincare right now. They don't need the serum, you know, or any of the vitamin C. Vitamin C for the mornings, that is a great brightener. You want to make sure you use sunscreen after you put on vitamin C. And so because I just run really dry, most people do not need the hydrating moisturizer and then the detox and restore. But this is the one that has changed my life and my sleep. I do not wake up scratching at my jawline now. So this detox and restore it pulls out the pollutants and toxins that end up on our face, in our body, you know, and in our skin biome at night. So in the morning, I can tell whether I have put this on or not. I actually usually keep this by my nightstand, so that when I've gone to bed and have not done most of these things, that at least I have this and I can throw some on my face. So it works, you know, you just pump it and you can see how thick this cream is. And I will start on my jawline because that is where I'm the driest. I'm not as dry up here, but so I put the concentration down on my jawline mostly, and then kind of press, and if I am, you know, pulling, I try to pull up instead of pulling down. But this has got Horehound in it, it's called, which actually in nature it pulls the toxins away from the like tree roots. It's in soil. And this has got 3 different types of like mushrooms. It also has niacinamide, which is wonderful for evening, brightening your skin. Helps with elasticity. So does the serum that I was saying is my favorite. It has peptides in it. Many of them have glacial water, which is different than regular water. It really does come from the glaciers up, you know, up there. Up there. See, I'm so brilliant sometimes. So those are, it might seem like, oh yeah, you're going to spend 10 minutes. It's 3 minutes or less, I promise. The first couple times, yes, as you're trying to figure out which bottles, you know, but I would say under 2 most of the time, unless I, you know, get sidetracked and see a squirrel. Protect and Prevent. This is not on the 25% off sale, but it is actually on the Spend and Saves. And when you spend $99, you can get this for $10. It's normally $45.99. This is going to help you not have sun damage, UV, UB, and blue light. Did you know from our phones and computer screens, there's damage being done at a cellular level? Like, who knew? I had no freaking clue. Yeah, it makes sense though, doesn't it? I mean, so I use this in the morning as my last step because it actually sits on top of our face. It doesn't get absorbed in, you know, as much like these others. You want to typically put them in, you know, like the least thickness to the most, so that it gets in to your skin. So that's why, you know, certain things you do at different times, you know, and in a certain order. But the Protect and Prevent goes on last. It's a great primer underneath your makeup. I've used it even though on top of my makeup. If I've been out in the sun, like I went to Florida in November, so I needed to keep adding it because it, you know, when you're fair like me and burn like crazy, I needed to add more. And it didn't make me oily. It doesn't have a white like cast of, you know, how some make you look white and powdery. This does not. It is fabulous. And for $10, you can try it. And I promise you will love it. I've actually been using it on my hands now too when I've been doing my nails for my gel, you know, thing. One of my good friends who I met recently, she uses it and she says she knows the big difference with wind too when she's outside. I have it every day, so I guess I don't notice a difference without it. But yeah, so Protect and Prevent. The other thing that you can add on this month for $10, if you're at $125, is our dry shampoo. This bottle lasted me a year. Yeah, like it's a powder, so it's not toxic. I can't think of the word that it starts with a B. It's very bad for our lungs, or, you know, to breathe in. I'm sure it's not good for the ozone either. And this doesn't have toxic chemicals and has like 22,000 pumps in here in this. So some great deals this month that you can add on. If you have questions or want help with what you would be, you know, best served with, you know, for your skin type. Really though, even if you think I'm oily, it actually means your skin is producing more oil than, because you aren't getting enough moisture, because our skin has its own microbiome. And I've learned so much. Like, you guys, I do love the science of this. It's just fascinating to me. So, and if you're oily, it's because you're not using enough moisture, putting it, replenishing. So crazy. It seems counterintuitive, but it is actually that. And look it up too on your own. You know, like you don't have to believe me, because I'm sure many people think, well, I'm just trying to sell people, which I'm not. I don't ever want somebody to be buying just because, you know, they feel like I'm telling them to. It's if you know, see value or want to try and are looking for results. So my hubby is getting ready to go to bed. I am gonna actually, I think I might use one of their hydrating masks on top. Well, no, probably not tonight because I just did the detox and restore, so I don't want to do that now. But yeah. Oh, the other thing. So there are new silicone reusable. I didn't bring. So I posted a video today of two women. They were very funny. If you scroll down, they're reusable eye silicone patches and for forehead, and they were putting them, you know how you get some wrinkles down here where you didn't expect to be getting wrinkles, and your neck, and then here, and they're reusable like up to 300 times. So I think I'm going to get mine tomorrow. I will show them sometime this week or before the 28th, because those are only on sale. They are a limited edition special thing I think they're putting out to try and see if people like it. I'm very excited about it. So I love the idea of it being reusable for 300 uses, because I have bought some of those, you know, under eye things, and they add up, and then you throw in them. Yeah. So that's also part of the sale that's going on. So, all right, I'm not going to keep you any longer, but hopefully, very least, you saw how easy these cloths take makeup off and save money. So if you want to save money, think about it. I'm going to be putting in an order. If you're local and want to and are okay picking up anything, I can add anything onto my order too. So happy to do that. I know with the cost of things, I try to save as much as I possibly can. So, all right, have a good night. Comment if you want. If you say hello. I never see comments on these things, especially when I'm on my phone. And if you watch the replay, I always want to know if this is helpful for anybody or if I'm just rambling to myself, which that's okay, I guess, too. Sometimes I feel like I keep myself good company. I'm weird. I know. Good night.